I'm the architect building every segment clean. Got a plan for the pod, I'm the mind of the team. Keep the chaos in check when the mics go live. I'm the one making sure this madness survives. We break kayfabe, hit deep cuts and truth. Welcome to the ring, yeah, we bring that proof. Cowabunga kid, bro, I'm high on the vibes. Dropping random facts that don't even jive. That you know Macho Man played baseball once. Forget the topic, yo, that's part of the stunt. Singing so bad they circle the block, but the crowd still pops when I start to talk. It's Kathy, baby, got that punk rock soul. I'm cool with the stars, but I still play ball. Voice of reason in the circus of sound. I keep these fools feet on the ground. From backstage gossip to headline hits, I'm the friend to the famous with zero nonsense. Master of merch, call me Charlie the Brain. Historian of pain in the squared circle game. Got hot taste burning like a steel chair shot. Dropping knowledge so deep you'll need a title shot. From old school vibes to new gen flair. If it's got a logo, I'll be rocking the wear. With a crew in the booth, dropping elbow true. From legends to memes, we bring the proof. Mic check 1, 2, let the crowd all sing. Welcome to the pod, step into the ring.
All right, we are back. This is our first ever in-person, in-studio super show, and we're starting it off big. It's going to be our first annual Squared Circle Spotlight Award, where we are going to be giving away awards for everything wrestling in 2025. We will get into that in a minute, though. We have 2 pieces of business to take care of. So first, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button right down there. Never forget that. And Charlie, you owe me. So if you guys watch regularly, you know that every WWE PLE, we do our picks for the PLE, and the winner gets to pick the stipulation. I got my first win at Survivor Series, and I am coming for blood this time. So I had to do a Goldust impression. I had to do a DX apology video.
Which was cool.
Yeah.
That one was cool. That one was cool.
He actually volunteered for that.
Yeah,
one,
I would
so-
have done that
Was it
one.
really a punishment?
I also had to do La Flama Blanca, which was wearing a luchador mask the whole friggin' show.
That was
So,
probably our longest show.
yes.
Awesome.
And it's actually somewhere around here. I think it's right behind me.
Yeah,
Here
it
you go. So Charlie will be doing this week our intro to our awards show as none other than Brother Love. So Charlie, I could see the nerves. How you feeling?
Like dog shit.
It's even worse because you lost on a tie, and it was
That's
the
true.
Yeah,
tiebreaker.
at technical, Jeremy lost at every match. Yeah, every match wrong, but Joe picked me. And I can do a lot of impersonations. I'm not good at this one, but I will give it a go.
We'll do it.
We gave you the choice. We had 3 options. You said you could do Brother Love, so
I thought I could.
I mean, it was that or Paul Bear, so I think I would have picked
It's
him.
in God's
Wow.
hands now.
So Jeremy, he already said don't look at him as he does it because he's gonna crack up if you start cracking up.
Yes. All right. Let
This is
me
gonna be hard.
let me do our introduction. Okay. Fuck you, Joe.
Oh boy.
Well, hi, wrestling fans. I'm your host, Brother Love, and I love you. Today, now, brothers and sisters, we are gathered here for a very special celebration, a night of honor, a night of prestige, a night to recognize the absolute fabulous superstars who made this year shine a whole lot brighter than the Vegas Strip. Oh, brothers and sisters, we will be showering love upon the biggest women's star. We will be praising the most shocking moments that made our hearts skip a beat. And of course, we will crown the biggest men's in all of professional wrestling. But last but not least, we'll bless them with our match of the year. Oh, brothers and sisters, until we have seen that wrestling nirvana, sit back, open your hearts, and let Brother Love guide you through a great awards show. Love you.
Bravo.
Yes.
Jesus.
And you were right. You didn't need to paint your face. You were as red as
Yeah,
Brother
no,
Love.
there was no need to paint your face for that one. Oh my god.
Oh, that was horrible.
That
You
was
did
good.
Fantastic.
You did good.
though.
That was-
I
No, no,
liked
no.
it.
That's really that's up
I
there with
enjoyed
the
it.
gold dust.
Yeah?
Bravo.
You said you couldn't hit the high notes. You got it
You
pretty
got
good.
it. No, you
Yep.
got
That was pretty.
Is it
pretty good.
better than Goon?
Yes.
Oh, the good was
Okay.
dog
Anything
shit.
better than good at this point.
All right. So as we're talking stipulations, we're talking our picks. We're gonna change things up a little bit for 2026 as we enter the new year. You can see this beautiful shiny belt next to me. So we do have, before we get into our wrestling awards, we have an award for someone on the show. So we're gonna do things a little different. In the past, we just made our picks. Winner picked the stipulation. We're going to add a little more competitive nature to this for 2026. So we're going to break the year into seasons. We're going to go, each season will be between each of the major 4 PLEs. So Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Whoever has the most wins between each of those seasons will now be our Squared Circle Spotlight World Champion. So this one we're doing a little different because we started back in May. So we didn't have an official season. I don't even think, Kathy, you weren't here yet. So
Wasn't here
you're at a
yet.
disadvantage. You didn't
Yep.
get a couple of them. But we're going to do this one starting at the beginning and name our first champion. So write this down, everybody at home, because this is going to be a quiz question one day. So our first inaugural Squared Circle Spotlight World Champion is none other than the same guy who just did Brother Love. Congratulations, Charlie. You get the strap.
Look at this beautiful title that you got me here.
Speech.
Was
Yeah,
there
address
ever-
your audience.
Was there ever
I
a
was
doubt,
gonna
folks? You
say.
watch the show, you listen. Was there ever a doubt? I'm an encyclopedic wrestling knowledge book. My,
That was terrible.
That was
But it's all
terrible.
right.
Steiner-esque.
I'm in awe of the belt. It's heavy. It's
is very
nice.
heavy.
It's I like it. And I'll probably keep this for a year or two
Probably.
because no one will beat me. Jeremy, you're not going to touch this.
I'm
You're not-
coming
perpetually
for
in
it.
second place, so you know what? I'm coming for it.
You know
but
what?
I don't think I'm gonna have it.
Yeah, but Kathy, this makes you. Now you can do stipulations now.
That's true.
Yes.
I guess.
the ante's up, so we gotta.
Yeah, I know.
You had to pass.
I
this
like
whole
it when you guys
season.
pick the really crazy ones. You're like, no, you're automatically out, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's it. We're gonna keep
Well,
that.
we were trying. So for this show, we were trying to get an actual wrestler in here with us. Timing didn't work out. To give the loser some professional wrestling chops.
Terrible
But-
idea.
Yeah, I was out for that one.
So Kathy was automatically disqualified from that. We're
Yeah.
not going to put her through that.
Only 50% of the cast was ready to do it.
Yeah.
It's also good that we didn't do it because, you know, if it had been Charlie who lost, we probably would have damaged the studio as a fight would have broken out. So
110%.
I called it.
You-
We're not gonna do that.
I'm still 50-50.
Yeah. Catch
We're
me a
not
good
taking
day,
that
maybe
risk.
We can pull it together.
we'll try.
Crap
some-
shoot? No, thank you.
Me and Jeremy would have taken it. I
Yes.
think. I might have cried, but it probably would have.
I would have asked for more.
He definitely would have cried. That's how you know he definitely would have cried.
You would have liked it. A little too much.
In
Yeah.
typical Jeremy fashion, yes, Jeremy would have asked for more.
Oh, masochism.
I could see Jeremy saying something like, "If I wanted a kiss, I'd call your mother." So yes, we are gonna up the ante. We're now competing for that bad boy. But I will say, I've the lead in our first season here. I won Survivor Series, folks. I'm 2 away. I'm getting that right back.
Oh, so this
I've
is
been
where
in
we're
possession.
clicking the season right now?
We're
This is
going
it?
Survivor Series
see,
to
that's
Royal
not
Rumble.
fair.
Right, but like me and Catherine lost
not
by
gonna
the
do
slightest of
calendar year?
margins.
Do you know how many times I lost by like the slightest of margins?
Like I said, this one lost on a tiebreaker, so
A
we
lot
either
of
got to
them
get
ended
some
in a
serious tiebreakers figured out, or
Yeah.
To be fair, I lost most of them because I always pick ridiculously. I try to pick the underdog, so I think I was in last for most of them. But there were some where I was.
on purpose.
Yes.
And you'll know Chat GPT is doing good or not based on Jeremy's. pick.
Yeah, whether Jeremy.
So
doing
if
well.
Jeremy gets a lot right, Chat GPT is progressing well.
Then we need to be using ChatGPT to bet on anything at this
Yeah,
point.
that's-
Actually,
I
Yeah,
actually-
Well, now Jeremy's going to me.
I've tried, it doesn't work.
there you have it, folks. Don't use it.
Yeah, don't use it.
Yeah, definitely don't follow that.
I also predict, I'm making a prediction for our next one when we do one of these in studio shows. Charlie comes down sick about a week before we start recording because he ain't giving that up.
Yeah. We're not going to see him until the end of 2026.
I
at this
thought you were
point.
gonna say because I don't like being in. I like the studio.
is fun.
I like
No,
like this.
studio's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just
Might
saying.
not
oh,
file
yeah,
There's no
police
shot. There's
report.
no shot. The title's going anywhere.
Yeah.
But it will be because I win.
He's gonna be like Moxley, keeping it hostage all year long, put it in a briefcase. You did also say the whole reason we actually started this was because Charlie had the idea from playing fantasy football in your former fantasy football
right.
leagues.
That's right.
You never got the belt. This was your chance.
I
to
got
get a
to the
belt.
finals 3 years in a row, and I lost 3 years in a row
Yep.
in heartbreaking fashion. So this is my first actual
Bittersweet.
winning world title, even
The-
though it's a podcast.
But it's the thing you know the most about.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That is true.
It's not a
Mhm.
surprise.
I literally said last week Earthquake was supposed to wrestle Bastion Booger at WrestleMania 10. Bastion Booger got injured, and you knew exactly in an instant
Adam Bomb.
Yep.
who came in to take
That's
him
right.
on. Adam Bomb.
That's right.
So
That's not normal.
I don't know. I have a friend that's got to come on here one night that will challenge him, and I don't know. It's
It'll be
gonna
like the Saved
face
by
to
the
face.
Bell.
That was the
That's
only
true.
time. Yeah, that was.
That was
shocking.
awesome.
I know my Saved by the Bell. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole other category.
I based a lot of my 20s off of Zach Morris and Slater, but
Well aware.
when your brother did the trivia with me,
yeah.
that is next level knowledge. I mean,
And the funny
That was a
part about
toe-to-toe
that is
fight.
funny part about that is too is he's 36 years old now, still watches Saved by the Bell every day. So
That's awesome.
so
I was
shout
gonna
out
say,
to my
does
brother.
he still brag about beating Charlie to this day?
He doesn't even remember it. I asked him.
Oh my god.
So we're going off on
it was
tangent, but
yeah, it was a non sequitur for him.
he does not remember. Yeah, it was very easy for him. But it was a good competition. But back to the topic at hand. Congratulations, the boyhood dream is achieved. Charlie got his belt.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
Where's
you.
the
one and all.
fireworks?
Yeah, right.
I expected him to drop on the floor and start crying like Shawn Michaels, but it's
Just
not.
rolling back and forth with it.
The dream of the 12-year-old boy has come true.
All right, we gave out our awards, so let's get into some actual awards. We have yearly awards here for professional wrestling. So we have 5 different categories with 4 nominees in each. We went to an expert panel of judges to determine who wins each of these awards. So we went to La Flama Blanca, Joe Dust, and Slam Master Jay. Made all these decisions. So don't blame us if you don't like the result. And if you don't know who those people are, tune into our old episodes.
Yeah, we had to call. Where was when La Flama Blanca was in? Who do you have to call?
He
The
was in a-
rainforest or something?
was
to go
lost.
find him?
Guatemala.
He was on,
Yeah,
he was on
Guatemala, that's who it was.
missionary.
He was missionary work in Guatemala.
Yeah.
You guys are good.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know who they are, check out our old episodes. That is a shameless plug, and I do not care.
I worked hard for this.
So let's jump into our first category. We have the biggest women's star of the year. So no, Jeremy, it's not Nia Jax. We're not talking about actual size. We are talking about the size of their
Your
star.
favorite
Thank
Easter
you for
egg.
specifying because I'd argue that to the death.
Your favorite Easter egg.
So again, a lot of wrestling awards do like biggest wrestling or best wrestler of the year. We're doing biggest star. We're not just basing it on in ring. It's going to be in ring. It's going to be their storylines. It's going to be their character work, all that stuff. So that is what our expert panel of judges based it on. So we have 4 nominees. Our first nominee, we have Toni Storm, and we have Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, and Mercedes Moné. So let's discuss before we get into who the winner is. Let's start it off in typical fashion. Let's go, Kathy. Why don't you start us off some of your thoughts on these nominees?
Obviously, we all know that I absolutely hate Tiffy time. So
Yes.
I'm
It's
gonna go and
documented.
just spoil this right now. Nobody voted for her because I was not allowing it. It's not happening. We were very close on the top 2. We were actually pretty 50-50 on the top 2. But I think they all had great years. Some of them climbed like Tiffy climbed the top and then it just cliff dived off. So we had to take her out. Rhea did a great job all year. Mercedes, same thing. Like she kind of climbed, but just kind of lingered there. But I think Toni Storm, she climbed consistently. I think everybody had a fantastic year, but I'm a little biased on our top.
I think to take a note from Catherine, I think Toni Storm definitely would be my pick. The timeless Tony Storm gimmick was fantastic. She could, Jeremy talks about, we make fun of him how he likes Stardust, but it was because Cody played he really dove into.
Yeah.
So that's what she did with the timeless thing. Rhea Ripley sucks. Sorry. I know.
Clearly, the 50-50 was not coming from him.
Yeah, but no, I'm with you on Tiffy. Tiffy, time is not now.
No.
Forever.
But I like who I think we went with.
Well, we're not going to announce the winner yet. We'll
Yeah.
get to that in a minute.
Wow.
I will say you have a bias towards Rhea Ripley. So
Yes.
Rhea Ripley was a rock in that. She's a foundation in the WWE's.
She doesn't need the title.
Exactly. Very good point.
Yeah.
Does not need the belt. She's over like Rover. The
Tony
crowd
Storm
loves her.
doesn't need the belt.
Listen, I'm just talking about Rhea. Rhea is a very worthy contender for this award.
All right, so we'll say our 50-50 was Rhea and Tony. So at
Yes.
least we can debate now
promos
on our
suck.
top two.
But I will just
You
a
just
couple
don't like
other.
the accent.
We didn't talk about
Yeah, well,
Mercedes. He hates the accent. Jeremy's erect right now thinking about it. Mercedes
Muscle
May,
mommy.
the title collector, she's got belts
Right.
up and down the walkway as she comes out. So I think we had to put her in there. There's definitely an argument for her. She's not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of her. I think, they're pushing it for the sake of pushing her.
I was gonna say she did way better in WWE. I'm not a huge fan of what AEW is doing with her. It's very blah. It's just pulling off. Like she did the whole like I'm the queen, I'm the title thing at WWE, but it somehow it was just done better.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've just gotten to a point where like even when I was at Full Gear, even the crowd was like, nah, it's cool, but nobody really seemed to care about it. So
was pretty quiet.
yeah, very quiet.
I think though for the amount of money they paid her, they have
Yes,
to.
they
Exactly.
have to keep her up
because
there.
If
Yeah.
the rumors or what they're saying, they paid her like main event.
Yeah, she's apparently the highest paid women's wrestler in all of the United States. So
Yikes.
yeah, that was the rumor, the contract that she was signed to. She was
Jeremy,
not the
how
most
much would you pay a woman wrestler?
I don't even have an idea what the scope that would
$10,
be.
$20.
Jeremy's
That's
a-
all he's got to offer. So
Jeremy's like, unless we're going
My pockets aren't that
2000
deep,
bra and
bro.
panties match.
maybe 50.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. So we didn't touch on Tiffany Stratton much other than you hate Tiffany
Yeah, yeah,
Stratton,
yeah.
but Tiffany Stratton had a good year too. I think, again, maybe this panel is a little biased, but
Yeah.
she
The
did-
push was hard. And
Yes.
I got that, but I think they finally realized that was not the person that needed the push. So
Yeah, I think here's what I think hurt Tiffany Stratton this year. I think she was originally a heel, then they made her a face. Once they made her a face, that's when it got kind of choppy there.
Yeah.
Like she was kind of that snotty, bratty kind of character as a heel, and then when she became a face, she was still kind of the same thing,
yeah,
but just a good guy. So I didn't really get that, but had a good year nevertheless. Had a lot of big matches.
her quality started dropping towards the end too. Like it was hard to watch her matches.
She worked that program with Charlotte, and her promos were
Yeah.
god awful.
Yeah.
I did
Yep.
like the off the script promo though. When she
No,
called
yeah,
out
She
the
got a lot of
divorces.
trouble for that one.
Yeah, it was
With her
fun though.
Personal marriages,
Yeah.
failures, and
So let's get into it. We will announce our winner. So Kathy, if you
Yep.
don't mind.
Yep. All right, biggest woman star of the year,
is
Toni Storm.
Bravo.
The
Congratulations,
timeless
Tony.
Storm.
This was also my pick, by the way. I didn't say that because we talked enough about Tony. I didn't want to make it too obvious. But once Toni Storm did the Sandman gimmick in that death match, she was over for me. So Toni Storm was my vote as well. Phenomenal year.
She even brought back the what is it the Outcasts or whatever thing for a little while at the beginning of the year. That was my favorite promo for her.
Yeah.
And then I guess because of the movie and it all kind of tied in, the Timeless Tony thing kicked off, and it's been here ever since. And I think it was really well done.
Yeah, I think it started kind of like her build here kind of started last year.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
started the Timeless Toni Storm stuff. And then that carried into this year where now she's doing,
the stuff with Mina's. I like.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure Jeremy loves that too.
Jeremy just like Mina.
Nah.
So they're the Timeless Love Bombs now in the tag team tournament. So
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if they win that as well. But yeah, I mean, that's right up Jeremy's alley, the stuff they do.
And I
so.
think she got shadowed last year. Like you said, she's been on a consistent uprise. they had Soraya last year, they had Ruby Soho, they had all these
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
names.
Yeah.
And I think that was the only reason she didn't climb as quickly last year. She was always kind of the sidekick or the opponent, and now she's able to run with it and be the top star, and she deserves it.
It's a
She's
very
very
good point.
talented.
Didn't even mention that. Yeah, they had a lot of big stars there that she got over and over fast.
Over
so,
fast.
Yeah.
Ruby
Like-
Soho got over because of the song. That's
Yeah.
a great
The
song.
Rancid song, yeah.
Destination.
Mhm. And she had a baby or something, right? She's
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
With
I forgot his
the
name.
jobber from the Jericho group.
Yeah. Can't remember
I
his
don't
name.
watch AW that much.
Shout out to the jobber from the Jericho.
Yeah.
Daddy Magic's partner.
Yes.
That guy.
Yep.
All right. That was our biggest women's star. We'll mail that little award in the back there, that little golden microphone. We'll mail that out to Tony Storm. We'll make sure
Yep.
she gets that.
Jeremy's got her address.
He might.
He might.
All right. Next, we are going to jump into our next category, the most shocking moment of the year. So, our nominees, we have the John Cena heel turn at WrestleMania. Or no, Elimination Chamber. Sorry. Brock Lesnar returns at SummerSlam. AJ Lee's return. And we have Seth freaking Rollins faking an injury and cashing in on CM Punk at SummerSlam, which we were live for.
Yeah.
So let's discuss. Charlie, why don't you start us off here?
All right. Well, this one is a little bit hard for me because I'm biased to a bit because we were at the SummerSlam one and we got fooled out. Me and Joe decided to beat the traffic. We had great floor seats, like we mentioned. We snuck and we heard that music. We ran back in. Luckily, we had the bracelets because they
Yeah.
weren't letting other people back in once you left the stadium. But yeah, so they fooled us and shocked the
Yeah.
hell out of us. CM Punk held the title for I think it was 3 minutes and 50 seconds, something
Yeah.
like
Something
that.
like that.
Stupid.
But yeah, I was happy. I was all happy, and then I was sad.
I even said as
It's a
we were
little roller coaster of emotions.
Yep.
as we were walking out, we heard Seth's music hit, and I looked back, and he was just kind of on stage with the knee brace, and I was like, "Oh, he's just kind." I even said it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said he's just coming out, and just kind of warning him that he still has the thing, and then 2
Like,
seconds later,
"Nope,
he's
he's
down
going
there. Yeah.
down.
So we literally, like two little kids,
Yep.
ran from basically the parking lot all the way back down to our
Ran
seats.
faster
Yep.
than Seth
Yeah,
Rollins
yeah.
down the aisle.
So yeah, we have these other nominees. Let's get some of your thoughts on this as well. What about the John Cena heel turn? This is now listen. We're talking about most shocking moment. John Cena turning heel has been
Yeah.
a lifetime of waiting. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here let's. John
Yeah,
Cena,
let's go big
Yeah.
John Cena.
Our
Mark,
super
what do you
fan
think?
over here.
It was inevitable that it was going to happen, that it's something that he hasn't done, just like getting the Intercontinental title. So you knew that something like that, it was up the alley of, let's just see how this goes for a little bit. And then if not, we scrap it. Well, thank God they scrapped it. It was pretty god awful. Like him trying to be the bad guy, it just didn't come naturally.
Right.
It just
People didn't like
work.
it. He
It
wasn't
just
good
didn't
at
feel
it.
right.
It was
Exactly.
not good.
So
I
that
don't
one-
think though that's something you necessarily expected though. Right?
Ye-
I thought he would have finished his whole career as a baby.
But crazier shit has happened in the WWE.
Yeah, But
so we're setting a bar really high, and that's just like, okay.
What do you think? You didn't like it?
I didn't enjoy his heel turn. It was kind of dry.
I'm glad they turned the back face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, would like to point out the guy who doesn't win any of our picks called this. You
Called
guys
this.
argued. I think you argued with me specifically. I said John Cena will be a face again by the latest SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And boom, right before SummerSlam, he was a face again.
I
So
said, I
shout
said
out
that.
to
I
this.
said that actually.
But yeah,
I just
I
looked
agree.
back on the transcripts, and
Yeah,
I saw
I'm right. I'm right.
I do agree. The Cena heel turn was. I remember watching it that night and just being my mind being blown because everybody had waited
It
for
made
this. For,
kids cry.
yeah, he purposely
Like,
made kids cry.
legitimately
Yeah, those
cry.
first couple weeks he would target
The
kids,
kid in
yeah.
Brussels, he made cry, pointed at him.
yeah, that was great.
He was rocking Cena merch. Like, so,
He's
He
rocking
was
Cena.
a meme instantly.
His dad just went and spent $75 on a Cena T-shirt and hat,
Yeah.
and then he gets made fun of by John
Yep.
Cena. So
75 on the.
I think he
cheap
was
side.
good at that part. I think there were a couple highlights in his heel turn. The CM Punk feud, I think that was cool. Especially, I think CM Punk did a little bit. Well, no, I don't take that back. John Cena cut a very good promo in that feud as well. But CM
Yeah, he
Punk
did.
coming out as John Cena, the Dr. Thugonomics,
that was good.
was great.
was
So
good.
I think that was a highlight of it, but that was probably about as high as it got. We didn't see too much more than that. But we got two other ones we didn't discuss yet. So we have let's go with Brock Lesnar returning at SummerSlam because this one
Boo.
literally made me pop. I was in my house watching this one. We didn't get to go to night 2. But when I saw that, I was shocked. And the reason I say Brock Lesnar coming back is shocking because nobody thought he was coming back. He
I
literally was going to let Vince McMahon send him a video of a girl
No.
peeing.
Wait,
on
wait,
him.
wait. I would assume Brock would come back at a certain time if it wasn't for the Vince scandal.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jaron, why would you
I
assume?
didn't think that was holding him back. All the bad press was on Vince. He was just mentioned. I didn't think that was
You
permanent.
mentioned
know.
He was
asking a girl to,
implicated.
Yeah.
urinate
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
send him a video. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So that's what made it shocking. Not the fact that he came back, because he's come back plenty of times.
Right.
And coming back brought it back to like public consumption
Exactly.
again. Like that was actually probably not a good PR movement on his own because like if he waited a little longer, he could have just come back. Like
Yeah.
almost 90% of the news was about all of the Vince stuff. So like I think the timing would have been better for him personally, but
But it got that pop.
it got the pop either way.
Oh, I'm
so
good. And
any
the way,
press is good press.
Yeah.
I
the
guess.
way they use him too.
Yeah.
He used like an absolute killer,
He
Yeah.
came back as a monster.
and he looks like an absolute killer.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to
He
his
looks like
daughter.
he belongs in Red Dead Redemption or something. Like he's a big boss in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still a bad dude. He came back, destroyed Cena twice. He destroyed him that night. and then
Yeah.
they had their match at, what was that, WrestlePalooza?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they wrestled there,
Sounds
too.
weird with him and Cena because even when he was Super Cena, like
It's true.
why does he let John?
He
Why
lets
does he let
Brock
Brock
Lesnar-
Lesnar just beat him like a?
Well,
Again, we made kids cry again.
Yeah.
I guess that was they were trying to get the kids to cry, but not in a heel
Like,
category.
save him.
it was a little weird because, it didn't go anywhere from there because
No.
Brock won that match, and then he
Nothing.
was in a War Games match that had nothing to do with that. So I don't know where Brock goes from here, but it was shocking nonetheless that he came back.
It was.
Insert filler monster here.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's more than a filler monster, my friend. He is the monster of
Absolutely.
monsters.
Yeah, he destroys everything in his path.
Exactly. Perfect. We had one more. So we had AJ Lee returns, which another one nobody really saw coming. She was out for what, 10 years?
15.
Jeremy, there's no shot in hell you
Jeremy,
saw
how,
it.
how did you
The
see
CM
that
Punk
coming?
part.
Okay. So here,
That's where you saw it coming.
When they started
Recently,
mentioning,
yes.
yeah.
Not it from the long scope, but up until it happening, that you definitely
Oh, yeah,
saw.
like the week before.
No,
yeah.
maybe 2.
Okay, we're not talking just like recently. I think if you look over the last 10 years, so number one, we never saw CM Punk. We never thought he was going to come back.
Right.
No.
That happened. AJ Lee, she left WWE, had her issues with WWE, and then obviously, the other stuff going on in her life. Never thought she'd come back to a wrestling ring, period.
Yeah.
So I think AJ Lee coming back to wrestling and much less WWE.
That's what I'm saying. If
Is-
she was
yes.
gonna come back, I would have thought it would have been AEW,
Yeah.
not WWE.
Yeah,
So
but
it,
CM
it
Punk's
was
there.
surprising, but like Jeremy said, towards the end you kind of knew, and I think that made it take some of the shock value away. But it was surprising.
yeah.
It was the number. Was it the number one sports talked about or viewed
Video, yeah.
something? Yeah, that
That
she
week.
hit all the marks on that one.
Yeah,
So
and she didn't miss a beat.
did not know. Yeah, you would never know that she's been out. She
No.
only was in like wrestling shows, but she wasn't in a
Yeah.
ring for a long time. So good
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah,
Stayed in
And she
shape.
gets preferential treatment here a little bit too because she is a Jersey girl. So
Yes.
that's right.
we-
She is.
Mhm.
anytime we could plug Jersey, we get that plug.
Yep.
So, Charlie, would you like to announce the winner?
It would
The
be
most
my
shocking moment.
pleasure. It would be my pleasure. Let's see, most shocking moment, and the winner is. If I can get this open. Seth freaking Rollins.
Congratulations.
Seth cashes in at SummerSlam. Our shocking moment of don't do that. Our shocking moments of the year.
Just don't do that.
I will say, outside of that, I know I'm going to clip this up, and I know I'm going to put this clip on YouTube, TikTok, all
Jeremy.
that stuff. Yeah, specifically, just Jeremy doing that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But mentioning our winner here, I know we are going to get so much shit for saying this. Everybody's going to say, you don't know wrestling. 'cause
Yep.
It's Cena. We didn't pick Cena.
I know.
We did not pick Cena for the reasons we've already said. I think it was in the moment very shocking, right? But I think it loses points because of what happened afterward. Because he went right back face, and that was what?
Didn't work.
4 months? Exactly.
Yeah.
Did
So
not work.
before you criticize your wrestling dorks at home, watch the whole show.
Yeah, let these 4 wrestling dorks
Yeah,
tell
just
you.
us.
Exactly.
Our opinion matters.
But also we're giving it a benefit of the doubt too because we were at SummerSlam. That was an amazing moment.
That's true.
And nobody's done that before. We've seen a lot of cash-ins. Nothing like what Seth did. He literally faked an injury that faked out everyone.
I thought he was hurt.
Exactly.
So, and that's what it came down to AJ Lee and the Seth Rollins situation. The only reason we went with Seth Rollins was AJ Lee was on, like, news outlets had gotten it. We kind of knew it was coming. It was still a big push, but, you know, obviously the timeline wasn't there, but it ended up being something that became, we had a hint about it. Like, Seth Rollins sold this. I don't know if he walked around in public, but he had pictures on Instagram with his crutches, like really subtle. It wasn't super like WWE push kind of injury. It was very subtle with like him out with his kid and all this stuff. And then so everybody was tricked. So good for him. Crutches are a pain in the ass, and you did that on purpose. So you get credit for that one.
I mean, so the other part too is like that match he had with LA Knight where he got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did really get hurt.
Yeah.
But they've never done it like that either, where they threw up the ref threw up the X
sign,
saying he's injured. It looked like he actually got, maybe he did really get injured. Maybe it wasn't to the extent they originally planned.
Was it a Shawn Michaels type knee injury?
Where
you can do a backflip.
Yeah.
It's like insurance fraud.
But-
Is he really injured?
Maybe he did really get injured, and then they kind of threw it together afterward. We will find out soon, as Jeremy pointed out to me. They're doing another Unreal season, which will cover all of that.
Yeah.
So we'll find out there, hopefully. But yeah, shout out to Seth. Shout out to WWE. Swerved all of us. So great job.
Yep.
We're now going to go into our next category, our Breakout Wrestler of the Year. And we will have a breakout star on our show help us present that. So let's give him a minute to get in here.
Yep.
So we'll start talking a little bit here. We'll go through the nominees. So we have for our Breakout Wrestler of the Year, we have Braun Breaker, Swerve Strickland, Stephanie Vaquer, and Konosuke Takeshita. I really, really wanted Jeremy to say this one.
Take a shit up.
Take a shit up.
But as
Okay.
we'll wait for our guest to come in, our breakout star. It was only fitting to have him come in. Plus, he kind of just follows us around since we've had him do our gimmick of the week
I've
a few
seen
weeks
him a
back.
couple times at work.
Yeah, he's done some cameos. He's doing
He's been
well
on my
for
front door
himself.
asking to
Yeah,
get back.
yeah, no, he's like he'll show up at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's showing
100%.
up. He's broke. He needs the work. We're giving him a hand here. So,
His vote was not to give it away, but for Stephanie Vaquer's ass.
oh, I'm sure
Yeah.
he's going to talk about that. I am very, very sure he's going to talk about Stephanie Vaquer quite a bit. So let's talk about the first one here. We got Braun Breaker. Let's get some thoughts on him.
I absolutely love Braun Breaker. He's a blue chip stud, and I think he, like I mentioned in the last podcast, he really cemented the main event level when he got the win in the War Games, and then he cut that awesome promo. Only one person I know that didn't think it was good.
Well, he stepped out of the room so our guests could come in.
Mm.
I talked to him, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Braun's a stud. You can't. I mean, that's a great pick, but
Now,
someone else.
our guest is coming into the room. So let me introduce everyone to a man that appeared on our gimmick of the week.
Yo.
Yeah, you look so much more natural like that.
Yeah. I mean, this is how Slam Master Jay normally dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect.
It's probably the best birthday
Gotta
announcement I've
represent.
ever gotten. So I'll
He
take it.
gave us a discount on a cameo for
Yeah.
Kathy's birthday.
Yes.
Damn straight.
Yeah, how much did he charge us? Like
It was-
$3?
Almost
None of your
nothing.
business, bro.
250.
Come on, too fat.
250.
He was just
No,
happy
you
to
don't
get
give
the
him
video.
350.
250. There you go.
So, Slam Master, welcome to the show.
Thank you. For
Let's get
having
your
me.
thoughts on our breakout star of the year. So we're starting with Braun Breaker. We're talking a little bit about Braun Breaker. What's your thoughts on Braun? We know our other host Jeremy did not like the promo recently, which is
Yeah.
he's in the minority. But
well,
Slam
he's
Master.
our other host, Jeremy Slam Master. He's mentally challenged a little bit. I don't want to break up the hard R word, but some people do say that. I'm just saying. But what are your thoughts?
Man, he alright.
in typical Slam Master fashion.
He not a bad wrestler. I see what he can do. He a big boy, so yeah.
You like his
Give it to
promo?
It wasn't the best I ever seen, but it wasn't bad.
It's not as good as yours, so I guess you're a
It's
little
true.
biased. So
Yeah, he ain't me.
He ain't me.
Yours keep going up and down a little bit like this.
I don't think you can hold down Hotland like I can.
Oh.
Slam Master J is in rare form. Bravo, Slam Master.
Bravo.
So, Kathy, I know Slam Master's a man of few words. He's going to
Yes.
just hype himself up. So, Kathy, what were your thoughts on Braun?
I am also, unfortunately, in agreement with Jeremy. I am not a Braun Breaker fan. I never have been. I have voiced that many times. But I do think the push definitely came. I just think it was a little late in the year. He was always kind of the background guy or the tag team guy. So I will give him that. But they are pushing him more as a individual recently. So let's see if he can hold up on the heat on that one.
I heard rumors that he wins Rumble.
I would not be surprised. So, I think it's down to 2 people, I think, that will win the Rumble, he being one of them.
Think I can get a shot?
I don't think you can afford a ticket to the event,
Come on.
let alone be an
I'll be
entrant.
blowing up again.
Where you
Slam Master's always looking for work.
Absolutely.
I don't
I
think
mean, I don't know.
Slam
They
Master
brought
is
back
in the Rumble.
Bastion and Booger for way too many
It's
things.
true.
So I guess if they can put their money into that, I think Slam Master J has a chance,
Yeah, well,
especially
Slam
from our
Master J in
podcast.
crime time.
You gotta get you gotta
Yeah.
get your show up time on here. So we gotta push it.
I
Where?
will say Braun Breaker again. I think he's had a really, really good year. I think Kathy does have a point. He's kind of a backup character in the Vision at first, but everybody could see the writing on the wall. He's
Yep.
a main eventer. He'll probably main event this year. I think the rumor right now is him versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And I think that's where he's going to get his win. Again, I'm not even a CM Punk fan. I just want to see CM Punk
Or it's
win
gonna
a
be
main
this
event.
mask guy again. So I don't know.
It's true. We don't know about the Masked Man yet. It might have been Slam Master.
It might have.
Same body type.
Ah.
Apparently, Slam Master can climb that cage just as fast as whoever the Masked
I
Man
hate
was.
to agree with Slam Master, but I have to vouch for that.
This was an argument in our group chat that
I knew a little Slam Master back in the day, and he could clear hop a fence after he robbed a grocery store.
typical railway
He
behavior.
was banned from that crowd.
For the fuego.
For the
For that
For the
Fuego.
fuego.
All right, let's jump into our next one. We have Swerve Strickland. So we're saying breakout star of the year. He's been around for a while. We know that. But this was really the year he became a main eventer, became a star, became a household name in wrestling, I'll even say. Really big year for him. So let's start off there. I'm not starting with Slam Master. I don't know how much he knows about Swerve. So let's go with Kathy.
Oh, and then
Well-
please go Kathy Jeremy. 'cause
Yeah.
I want to hear the two contrasting things.
Yep. I'm gonna go on record and just say that this man has done this well. He's had a torn meniscus since 2019. And he did all of this. He only took that couple months off recently for the comeback that he had at Full Gear. That's where he was gone because he's been wrestling on a torn meniscus. That's wild. I can't imagine doing that. He did really well. He had all that stuff. Same thing as we did with Tony Storm. I think towards 2024 was all that stuff with Hangman Page and burning his house down and doing all that stuff. And then he kept having these. They had the the feud with Moxley. He's had these constant feuds with really high people, so they obviously understand that he has value. And I'm glad they changed his music, they changed all his stuff, and he is on his way to the top. I think 26 is going to be a great year for him. He had such a big boom when he came back. Nobody had any idea, especially he went after Samoa Joe. But I think he's got a good year coming and ended on a high note
Let me
this year.
try something here. Slam Master, whose house?
Swerve's house.
Oh, you got
Oh, okay. All right. Thoughts?
He got that dog in him. Wonder if he needs a tag team.
He does have a partner.
He did.
Yeah, I'm better.
I know Slam Master J was chat GPTing that as we were talking about it, but it's okay.
100%. We have it on film. There
Yeah.
was a phone
It's on
being
film.
pulled up.
There's two cameras right now. We saw a little Slam Master. It's okay.
Slam Master.
It's okay.
So Charlie,
Being
let's get
said.
your thoughts on Swerve.
Swerve, he's a phenomenal wrestler. I didn't know he had a torn meniscus.
That's
for
why
that
he was
long.
out for that 3 months. He finally dealt with it.
'Cause, I mean, you wouldn't know. He's impeccable in the ring.
Yeah.
Every match he's in is like a 5-star Meltzer match. I wouldn't have a problem with Swerve winning this, but wouldn't be my choice.
All right.
Yeah, I think Swerve, again, like I said already, I'm not going to repeat myself, but he had an amazing year. I think the stuff that, I don't like, and I've been through this many times, and I've got a lot of shit for it already, but I don't like the deathmatch stuff. So,
Me
like,
neither.
the hypodermic needle through the cheek stuff is a little
Ugh.
too much for me. I give him some props for it, for doing it, because
Yeah.
I sure as shit wouldn't do that. But,
Nope.
shout out to him for that. And then he came back jacked, like, just came back
Yeah,
a
he
couple weeks
did get
ago.
jacked.
With a whole
Absolutely jacked.
redo, new
Yeah.
song.
He's been working
So-
out with the Slam Master, I see.
Yes.
So you
that's
get
it.
some
That must
bonus
be it.
points for me on that as well. If you come back jacked, you're doing well. Let's jump into our next one. I really want to hear Slam Master Jay's take on this one. So our next breakout star of the year is the only woman on the list, Stephanie Vaquer, Slam Master. I'm just gonna let Slam Master talk. Only you. You
Go
got
ahead.
all
Thank
star.
you. Yeah, you take over.
We know your feelings on her.
Boy, shorty, are finer than wine.
What do you like most about it?
She got that booty on her, boy. What were we talking about again?
And that's not a joke. Yeah.
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 This
He
is
gets
what our group chat.
lost in there's way too
That's
butt
booty
messy.
magic.
Yes. So it's pretty much on par with what I thought you were going to say. I thought you might go thicker than a snicker. That's kind of a lingo I'd expect you to say, but
Missed that one.
Yeah.
yeah, I knew that's where you were going. Now about the actual
Thick
wrestling,
thighs save lives.
her actual wrestling. Again, she's world class woman.
Yeah,
wrestler.
he
Very
just
much
forgets
so.
that.
Yeah,
just
he
kinda
forgets
looks
all
at
about
the
that. But
butt.
we'll touch on that. So
It's really hard. I'm sorry. Not me, I'm talking.
Were you the guy
Yeah.
that said you would let Nikki Bella domestically abuse you?
Yes. In the same conversation. This
It
all
was.
came out.
May or may not have.
That was
someone in this room said it.
quite the
I mean,
summer.
I don't oppose to it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Survivor Series, just that conversation just veered off real quick once
Oh, yeah.
everybody ended up.
And let's not forget on her wrestling.
She's
okay,
a great wrestler.
Yes, she came
Fantastic.
up. She just came up from NXT. What was that? September,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then or August, September, and then won the women's title already. That's how much they believe in her. She's champion right now, and she's over. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously she's over in some other ways as
Yeah.
well. We know that Devil's Kiss move gets quite
Yeah.
the reaction out of fans
Yeah,
and
and
commentators
See,
announcers.
alike.
polar
Yeah.
opposites. The Devil's. I mean, what is it? The Dragon Tail. I can't watch it. I
Yeah.
literally have to cover my face. 'Cause I think she's gonna snap somebody's leg off. But the Devil's. What is it? The Devil's Kiss. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a
Yeah.
female, how do you feel about that move?
It's very obviously has its purpose. Not a wrestling move.
it- To glorify the butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
The Slam Master loves.
It's his
Give the
favorite part
fans
of
what
the
they
show.
want.
All right, and we're gonna get into our last one. I really again wanted him to say it, but it's
Go ahead,
okay.
say it.
Oh, go ahead, Jeremy. I mean, Slam Master.
Take a
Slam
shita.
Why
Yes.
did you have to do that? You could have just said, take a shit.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, why? No,
no,
cut.
no.
No.
You're already stealing from
Where's
one
my
culture.
tag
We don't
team?
need another one. Oh, hello.
We're going to Takeshita. Takeshita again came over from New Japan to AEW. Had a huge year this year. Ton of big matches. He obviously had that match with Kenny Omega. We'll talk about in a bit.
Who's apparently super slow.
Somebody, one of our hosts, who
I
had to step out of the
misspoke.
room, said that. But huge year. Kenny Omega, he had a match with Okada. Just tons of really big matches. Getting a big push in AEW right now. So we'll start it off there. Anybody got any other thoughts on Takeshita?
Listen, I think he's a little just bland a little bit. I mean, that's why they put him with Don Callis.
Yeah.
But he's another one. He doesn't have a bad match. I
Yeah.
mean, and he's especially for a Japanese guy, he's big. I mean, he's like what 6'3", like
Yeah.
40. He's got the size. And he moves like a 200-pounder. He's a really awesome pro wrestler. But just the promo's lacking.
I'm just so glad AEW pulled over the New Japan stuff because I loved the New Japan stuff for a long time. There was that gap in between AEW and WWE, that New Japan, where everybody kind of went over
Yep.
there, and they pulled all that in, and they really they're cashing in on that, and it's giving people some serious like limelight. So I'm very happy they pulled all those people over.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of New Japan. Been a big fan of them for a while, so it's cool to see that crossover there. I think now New Japan's kind of lacking because
Everybody's
AEW's
here now,
pulling,
yeah.
so-
Wait, who was the match? I remember Catherine. I think group messages a long time ago, and it was it was like Kenny Omega versus somebody, and it was like a 7-star match.
That was
Okada?
Okada. That was
Okada.
me.
Yeah,
We
Okada,
talked about
yeah,
our
yeah.
favorite matches. Yeah, Kenny Omega, Okada won. I said they had 3 matches. A lot of people think the third one was the best one.
First one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I preferred the first one, but
Yep.
um, Yeah, amazing matches. AJ Styles was there, Finn Balor was there.
Yeah, there was
Nakamura
way
was
too many
there.
people over
Yeah,
there at
yeah.
that point.
So a lot of stars came from New
Yeah.
Japan. But we can only have one breakout star of the
Only
year.
one.
Actual wrestling star, not our breakout star on the show. So Slam Master Jay, could you please announce the winner?
Only the way you can.
Our winner, Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house.
All right.
Thank you, Slam
Alright.
Master.
Slam Master.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations, Swerve Strickland.
I got your pack of Newports for your payment in the car.
Damn.
We picked an AEW star. I think that's the second one we've picked, and we've
Yeah.
talked. I don't want to say talked down, but we've talked a little poorly, at least me, about AEW. So, congratulations to Swerve. Again, you can't deny it. He's become a certified star. He's a main eventer. The future's bright for him. So, I don't see anybody on that list that could have surpassed him. Braun
Yeah.
Breaker, maybe. I know you had an argument for Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker will surpass him.
He's doing it in WWE. Swerve's making himself a household name in AEW.
That's
so
true. That's true.
that's tough. It's a little tougher.
A little tougher.
The market's a little bit smaller. So, shout out to Swerve.
Yep.
Now we will get into the biggest men's star of the year. And this is jam packed with stars. So, we're going to start it off with a big one. We got John Cena. We have Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, and CM Punk. As we wait for Jeremy to get back in here, let's get started. So, Charlie, why don't you start us off your thoughts?
You want me to start with a certain guy or just give me
Whatever you want on all of them.
Well, I think CM Punk is the best wrestler. Is the biggest men's star.
Biggest men's star of the year.
Okay,
yes.
so clarification: if it's best wrestler, it have to be CM Punk. But the biggest star, there's an argument for two of them. I can think. CM Punk for me and John Cena. The whole year was kind of about John Cena, from inception of the year to it's December 13th is his last match.
Next
Yep.
weekend.
Next
Yeah.
weekend.
So literally the calendar year was devoted to Cena. I don't know how you can't go with that one, but Punk, he wins the title, he comes back. Me and Kathy love him.
Yep.
So those would be my two picks. I don't have much to say about the other ones. Moxley kind of bored the shit out of me this entire year. Sorry, I hate that. He bleeds everywhere, Catherine. He bleeds everywhere.
I know it's your least favorite thing.
And who's the other one?
Cody Rhodes.
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
I've said that in the past. But here's the thing. Here's what I will say. So John Moxley, I think, deserves to be on this list because he was the champion for the better part of the year. Well, end of through last year into this year, holding the title hostage. It was a big storyline, and he generated a lot of heat. So him holding that title, first of all, people were sick of seeing John Moxley hold the title,
Yeah.
which drew a lot of heat. And it's hard to draw pure hatred like that from fans nowadays. So shout out to him for that. He kept the title in a briefcase, which, really pissed people off too. And he had those viral moments. I don't like them. Again, you can't deny it. He had those viral moments. We had the skewers sticking out of his head and
Disgusting.
a lot of stuff like that. But so you got to give him his props because he deserves to be there. He's a huge star. He's one of the pillars, even though he's an older guy. He's one of the pillars of AEW, and really carried
He
this
looks
year.
better now.
He's in great shape.
Than he
Yeah.
did 5 years ago. Even.
Well, he got clean too, so he stopped drinking.
Yeah.
I know he's had some problems with alcohol and got clean. And
Good for
really
him.
focused on his life and got in shape, and then decided to bleed all over the place, which you thought was better than drinking. But anyway, John Moxley's there, and then Cody Rhodes is our other one. So I think again another pillar of WWE. Not a big Cody guy, like I've said, but he deserves to be there. He's the world champion. He took that belt back from a heel Cena.
It's
And-
another one that I think it's a half a year thing. Like he had a really good rise and then it just kind of plateaued after that.
Yes.
So I think he's had a big year, but I don't think he's had his biggest year.
The one thing I will say with him too is, as we're talking about him now, we may not like him. We may think there's moments where he's bland, but we're talking about him almost
Yeah,
every time
exactly.
we talk. So
And fans love him.
the kids love him,
Yeah,
fans
he's
love
He's
him.
gonna the new
Cody-
Cena replacement
Cody
at this point.
He's moving the needle.
And essentially that match at SummerSlam that we talked about,
Yeah.
or we'll talk about in a minute too, that was the passing of the torch from John Cena to Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely.
So
It was a great
but
match.
he's bland and a dork. Sorry.
all right. So
All
any
right.
other thoughts on these four? before we announce our men's
I think
star
we're
of the
good.
year?
They all
think
had
I'm
big
good.
ears, but we just have to pick one.
All right, Charlie, would you
I
like
have
to
the
do the honors?
for this one. Let's see. I hope it went my way. Let's see who we got here. And the winner for biggest men's star of the year. You can't see me. John Cena.
So I have to take a side note. So our idea for the card was originally not to write anything on it and just be like, "You
would've been
can't
genius.
see me." But
Jeremy.
here we are.
This is your. I know your little fanboy crush. You want to hold on to that?
There you go.
I'll
This
put
is
that
for
in
your.
the DVD.
Slam Master Jay's in the waiting room area. We'll have him sign that.
Yeah,
for
we'll
you.
have
Yeah.
to sign it. There you go.
Oh,
Now you gotta
sweet.
frame it.
Yeah, I mean it's 2025 and we're talking about John Cena being
That's
the wrestler,
crazy.
star of the year. So he put on a lot of really good matches. Dude, we didn't touch on that. I think
Yeah.
John Cena had a pretty good run of really good matches after he kind of came out of the heel thing.
Yeah.
Because when he was doing the heel thing, I think he was purposely trying to dumb down the matches a bit. So like he had that match at SummerSlam with Cody. He had Logan Paul, AJ Styles. He just had the match with Dirty Dom.
Don't talk about that match in front of
Somebody
Jeremy.
hates.
He hates that match.
But he had a lot of good matches
The
on
Raw
top
match is
of
fine.
amazing storyline, and just we've been talking about him all year. So shout out to John Cena. Congratulations. Hell of a way to go out for 2020.
And I said it to my husband the other day. It's weird to think that we're gonna now be raising our kids in a generation
Without-
that's not a John Cena generation. Like that's just such a weird thing
Yeah,
to say.
He's been around.
He's been the
forever.
kids guy our entire lives since
Here's-
we were kids.
Here's a funny story about John Cena and kids. So my son is 2 years old, and he watches when I have it on TV, and he has all his wrestling figures. Anything wrestling related, he thinks wrestling is called John Cena. So anytime he sees wrestling, he says John Cena, or he'll come up to me with his figures and say John Cena. So
Joe's like Brock Lesnar.
he does have a Brock Lesnar, so I made sure of that. But it's gonna be weird, yeah. What's he gonna call now? Cody Rhodes? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out. But all right, we're gonna get into our last award of the year. So we have our match of the year.
Yes.
So our 4 nominees, we have one we were just talking about. Cody versus John Cena at SummerSlam. We have Will Ospreay versus Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. We have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. And we have Omega versus Takeshita at Revolution. So this was a tough one for our panel
It
to
was.
debate. So let's go Kathy. Why don't you start us off?
This was really hard. So it was some of the best matches for some of these wrestlers for the year. And here we are, we're weighing our options side by side again with AEW and WWE always have different styles, different feedback. I think our pick, and I'll say this again later when we tell you who it is, who we ended up picking is, for example, for Jeremy, who's never watched AEW, it is, or just wrestling in general. If you never watch wrestling, if you don't really know much about it, this is the match that you show somebody to explain it to them and get them into it. If you show them other matches, you'll probably lose them. This one, not wrestling fans are all in it. So I'm gonna say that much about it because the rest of them were, I'm gonna say, peak matches, great stuff from both organizations, but the one we picked is undeniably across the board. Now that we've made him watch it,
Blew me out of
we
the
all
water.
understand why it is what it is.
Yes.
Well, Catherine took exactly what I was going to say. If you'd have someone that's not a huge wrestling fan, show them a certain match, I think, and they will say, wow, this is pretty amazing. We're wrestling fans. Well, some of us are. But that we, you can let your emotions get over into it, but
Yeah.
that's the perfect measurement. Take a person who doesn't like wrestling,
Yep.
start never seeing it, sit them down, and what match out of these would you put on that they would walk away with the best, result?
The backstory doesn't matter. Sometimes the
Right.
backstory is the only thing that matters. Sometimes, you have to have history to understand why it's important. This one was just pure talent, athletically and storytelling
And you
and
can
everything.
watch it with the commentary
Yeah.
off. You can watch it
Off.
on the mute, right?
Yep.
And you just want the full gear,
Yep.
so you know how much of a difference it makes
Yep.
without the commentary. And this match, you can literally watch it on mute, and it will be
It's actually probably better.
yeah.
I will say I actually pretty much watched that match on mute while the missus was watching what was it? Another Christmas movie right now, being sick. So I had it on my monitor watching it. And I'm like, I don't even need to know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't
This
know
is
what's happening here.
really, really good.
So to get more specifically in the matches, 'cause I know you guys are hinting at the matches, but let's talk about each or the actual matches here. So let's talk about one. Let's go WWE first. Let's go Rollins, Reigns, and Punk at Mania. So we actually got together and watched that.
Yeah.
I think it was a good match. I think the story was what carried it. Again, you had the Paul Heyman involvement in that. With who was he kind of sided with? He came out with Punk, but he was with Roman Reigns, and then he ended up with Seth Rollins.
Right.
So I think that really carried it. It was a good match, but that kind of carried that story and was a shocking ending. That could have been in the most shocking moments of the year as well. So I think that one there was, was carried by the story. Then you have a match like Omega and Takeshita. So this was a really good technical match. There was a good backstory. They both came from Japan, and the story about Omega and Takeshita back in the dojo in New Japan.
Yep.
So I won't go into all the details for time, but go back and watch, and you can see that. But so you had a really good match. Kenny Omega always puts on good matches. Takeshita had has really good matches, and then we had Ospreay and Hangman. A banger of a match, just nonstop action, very different style from the other two. Both those guys always put on good matches as well.
Yeah.
And then we had one more, which was
Cena.
Cody and Cena at SummerSlam, which we got to see. And that was another one. That was a really good. We talked about this over the summer on our show.
Yeah.
Really good use of the hardcore aspects without going too far. It was like a street fight. So they used the tables and stuff like that, but it didn't go too far. They went all over Giant Stadium in that match.
It's what the WrestleMania match should have been like.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think they had a chance to redo it, and they did it right. And credit to Cena, because what is he, 43 or? But
Well, you said 76 last week, so
okay, roughly 76. All right.
Somewhere between 40 and
between
70.
I think it's
40,
closer to 50.
3 and 108. But it was like a 48-minute match or 38-minute match, something like that.
Yeah.
It was long, and he still can go.
And like
Yeah.
Strickland, he's talking about the injuries that he has. The reason he's retiring is a choice of his own because of his injuries, and he's still able to put on matches at that level is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just side note, credit to Cena, because he still calls Vince. He goes out of his way to call Vince a friend, and
Wow.
says like he's a Hollywood star.
Yeah,
He's banking on it, and will not put down Vince. I think that hustle, loyalty, respect is a little bit more than a gimmick with John Cena.
Yeah.
I think he's got the loyalty to Vince forever.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's the guy that made his career, right?
Yeah.
So it's
He
hard
wouldn't be
to
where he is if it wasn't for him.
discount all of that.
You would let him take a poop on your head.
I'm not so sure about that one.
If there was a dollar amount, I'm gonna say yes.
Very well.
It's how many commas are in it.
I don't think there has to be that many.
You farted on a girl's head for free.
Yeah.
I want two.
I hope it's stinky for it. Wait, 2 million?
2 commas.
2 commas. All right.
So it's like that's nothing.
He said 2 million. I would have corrected him and said 2 million.
It's Vince
instead,
McMahon.
but,
You could have got millions,
No.
2 commas.
multi-millions.
commas.
Yeah.
2 commas, so
1,000
that's $1 million.
Over
Yeah, $1 million.
$1,000,000.
You let Vince McMahon shit on
You
your
let
head.
him.
I didn't
guy
say
should-
a million. I said you need at least 2 commas.
I need 4 commas. No, I'm not doing.
You should have
that.
gotten digits. We should have said digits, not
Digits,
commas.
yeah, digits.
9.
But back to that match. I think that match was also a good example of a really good match and a really good story that built it. And it was kind of, like I said, that passing of the torch from Cena to Cody. So it kind of ushers in a new generation. And overall, just a really good match. But there can only be one winner. So Kathy,
Von Wiener.
one wiener.
All
right.
Thinking about
I-
Vince
in
McMahon pooping on
reality-
people's heads, I got wieners on the brain.
All right.
Kathy, would you like to announce
Here
our
we
winner?
go. So our match of the year, Ospreay versus Hangman, double or nothing.
Yes.
Again, the match that if you have zero interest in wrestling, you are one of those haters that is like, it's not real, it's whatever. That was pure athleticism at its prime. Like I said, story doesn't matter, background doesn't matter. Both of them are fantastic athletes, and that was by far, I would say, one of the best, if not year, I'd go almost decade. I mean, they were cohesive. They were, I think 70% of that match, they didn't touch the floor. Like, it was perfect. Everything about it was perfect. So, that
There
was,
wasn't a low point in that match.
Yep.
So Jeremy, you just
Yeah,
You
we
just watched it with
insinuated,
zero
yes.
background.
Let's hear what you think.
That was, if you want to watch chain wrestling, something that flows, there's no low points, like just real athleticism, just demonstrating what wrestling can really look like. This is the match you want to watch, hands down. And I told them I think I might start watching AEW a little bit more, unless WWE, if that's what the quality. I get it, the death matches. I'm not as crazy about that as well. But if I'm watching that kind of quality of wrestling, that's what I really want to see. The storyline, yes, but I feel like WWE is definitely lacking in that aspect in their like mid cards and everything. You have some of those, but you're also pairing them up with some people who clearly just don't have the talent from what I'm seeing on a bigger scope of it. I'm seeing more talent and more athleticism in AEW, if that's the style of wrestling you guys are trying me to watch.
Sorry.
It's okay. I know it's a far drive for you, Charlie.
And on that note, I'm gonna again point it out. I pointed it out the other day when we were making these decisions. We got a lot of shit for being anti AEW, and 3 out of the 5 choices we made were AEW.
Yeah.
I am the only one that
somebody
is a
had
death man.
a lot to influence with that.
See, I am the only deathmatch fan out of all of us. We've discussed this. We've done this vote before. But AEW, we all agreed we cannot take away the athleticism that they put on,
Right.
even in their regular matches.
Yes.
They have that indie vibe. They understand the indie vibe. And a lot of these guys, this is the deathmatch stuff is where they Moxley. That's where he started. Yeah, and I think he's just living out his glory days at this point in the beginning. And Darby Allin, he's another one. Even without the deathmatch stuff, he is fantastic at what he does.
He's a maniac.
He's a maniac. So hopefully we can get some of these AEW people back. I'm gonna go on record. We did say I got a lot of shit, and I didn't even say anything in that video. So I am your AEW person. But we are definitely giving the credit where credit is due in these choices.
Yes.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Catherine, we would have like 0 AEW.
Yeah, maybe match of the year, because again, that's
Yeah,
non-deniable. But yes.
Yeah, before she came aboard, we didn't really touch upon
100%
AEW.
WWE podcast.
I think
so-
we could spice things up a little bit here too. We could talk about our picks and our stipulations. Maybe we add AEW into the picks.
Well, if we
That
can,
could really get interesting.
if we can get Jeremy to watch,
Yeah.
True.
that's
He's
I
been
mean,
good.
you've
You've been
ChatGPT
watching
sees it
WWE
anyways.
for quite a
no,
few months now.
you've been picking it up. You've been doing a better job. But if you can watch AEW, yeah, we can.
He's
it's
not
the
building.
off-season for him.
He's
so
not
he has
building
time.
any sheds right
That's true.
now.
Yeah.
He's not hawking pools.
Yeah.
There's no
No soccer right
no
now.
soccer, no
soccer.
bowling. He's
No,
free.
I still have bowling.
Oh, he's still got bowling.
Yeah,
All right.
it's Tuesday.
2 hours a day to post selfies.
Gym selfies take at least 3 hours a day.
Yep.
Well, maybe we'll add AEW into
And I
it.
work out occasionally.
Couple points on that too. Anybody who was talking shit about Kathy on TikTok about the AEW portion clearly does not watch the full video
Yeah.
or watch any of our videos. She's been a defender of AEW
Very
since the
much so.
beginning.
Fuck AEW.
But I will say, and again, it sounds like I hate AEW. I do not. This is what AEW does very, very well. Like
Yep.
this match in particular. That Jeremy, again, loved the match. Hasn't really watched much AEW, but this type of match is what they do very well. They got a lot of athleticism. They got a lot of guys that are willing to take risks and put on good matches, and I think that's what they do great. And obviously worthy of winning this award, our prestigious award, our Spotlight Award.
Yep.
Yep.
Because they do that so well. Like if you look at the 2 WWE matches in there and 2 AEW matches, if you look on pure match quality,
Yeah.
the AEW ones are on a different level. Maybe they don't have the story behind them that some of the WWE stories do, but AEW definitely always puts on a good pay-per-view, whether or not you like some of the stuff.
Just
and really
some
good matches.
special
And a
effects.
much better women's division, I think.
AEW?
Now, that was their biggest thing they lacked in
No,
the
that was
beginning.
like.
Oh, it's
joke.
better. It's not
Better,
better
yeah.
than WWE.
No, that
Oh,
was
okay,
a joke,
okay.
Because AEW women's division. Is
Oh,
like,
true, yeah.
He's
kind
not
of-
a fan of either.
No.
So
Yeah, I don't
that
li-
doesn't mean anything.
I don't like
from
women's
anybody.
matches, and I don't like AEW that much. So
Yeah, I mean the women's division, they had obviously like we said, they have Tony Storm who became one of their biggest stars. They do some good things there. Still, I think needs to be developed a little bit, but we're going off on a tangent.
Yep.
Maybe we'll save that for next
Save
week's
that. Yeah,
episode.
we'll have that debate.
Yeah, we'll talk that one.
All right.
of Jeremy ranked the rumps.
Rank
Jeremy
the
Love.
rumps.
That would
That's
actually
it.
be
That's
fun.
the title.
Jeremy
Rank the rumps.
This is a new
Stephanie
segment.
versus Tony
I'm here for it.
Of course you are.
versus Nia.
It's my favorite thing.
I was gonna say.
Nia Jax is your favorite thing.
No, rumps.
How much would I have to pay you to take a stinky face from Nia Jax?
Oh, no.
Didn't we? Oh no, we said Rikishi. Or
Yeah.
Rikishi, yeah.
That was a different one.
So you would take it from Rikishi, but not Nia Jax?
Yeah.
That's just weird.
No, I don't want it from either.
But the
But you
dollar
had to
comma.
choose.
There's a dollar
You
amount.
had 30
It would be a little less,
have
of
3
course,
seconds.
but it's still a high
Wait,
amount.
just a little less than Vince shitting on your head?
Wow, where'd that one come from?
Yeah,
3 minutes ago.
But we were talking about rumps and stinky faces. We didn't talk about defecating on a head.
It's the
Yes, we
same
did,
body
3
part,
minutes
man.
ago.
I can't win here.
No, you can't.
Here's how it would go. First of all, Jeremy would say, "No, I'd never do that." We walk out of the room. Like, come on,
Come on.
Jack.
Hey, just wait a
We've seen this happen.
Just
We've
wait a
seen-
popularity. Come on.
Yep.
We've told this
I
story
hate you
before.
all.
Where do I have to?
Do I have to?
Yeah. So
Famous fast words.
secretly loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
That is
On
our
that
episode
note.
for the week. That is our super show. We've given out all our awards. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We've got clips going up there. You guys know that because you give us hell. But that's our episode. So, as we always do, Charlie, would you like to take us out?
You can do it in your
Well,
regular voice, not your
not
brother
the brother
love.
love voice? Okay.
Whatever voice you want.
Well,
you can do a Slam Master
The
Drake.
champ's going to take him out because that's what the champ
very true.
does. So join us next week. We'll be back at our regular thing, doing what we do. It's Squared Circle Spotlight, where I don't even remember our catchphrase.
It's been a long episode. Gimmicks are
I'm
golden.
sorry, we're just talking about Jeremy getting shit on. So gimmicks are golden.
Merch is mandatory.
Merch is mandatory. And did I say something funny about Jeremy at the end? I don't know.
That's true.
Always.
Always.
Yeah, that's how you get your pop.
Well, join us next week.
I'm coming for that belt.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Peace.
Take it easy.